What's up going Oh, man, I need to stop with this. All right. What's going on, future real estate investors? So, if you guys pay attention to videos and you guys just know, like, when people's trying to read something, like, I was trying to read something in my previous videos, and I'd like to do things like on the fly and look like I'm really good. And then I just realized, like, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to hold my piece of paper so I can have my notes, so I can not hurry up and get these videos done, but like I really want to get to the meat and potatoes of like real estate investing, like all of my stories that I went through, how much it costs to rehab. Hold on, my camera's a little off. I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so the camera's fixed now. All right, so like I want to get to the meat of it, like what it costs for my rehab, contractors, cabinets, countertops, dealing with my existing tenant that I inherited, dealing with the tenants that moved in, all that stuff. But before I do any of that, I got to give you all the good stuff. I got to give you like the pre-stuff, like all the stuff that happens before. So this is my third video, and this one is going to be about like what I did. So I'm not a real estate investor. I don't have a real estate license. I don't do loans. I manage properties. So when I wanted to get into real estate investing, I needed to buy a course. Now, luckily for me, I had a podcast and I had a guest who was heavily involved in real estate investing. And she got married, and her husband was a real estate agent and was also a real estate investor. And they would always make videos about real estate investing. And I kept asking, like, hey, Sharon, are you ever going to make a course? It seems like you know what you're doing. You're very detailed in your explanation. I had you on my podcast, and you really know what you're talking about. It's just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have a course. My husband and I are working on it, and we're going to have it on Teachable. It took her about a year from the time that I asked her that question for the course to actually come out. And as I look back, I bought it in 21. Bonkers. And here's the irony of like all this. I didn't actually buy my first property until 2 years later. I bought it in July of 23. So like that's a big gap. I think I bought it, if I remember correctly, at the end of 21 or the end, I don't know, take it back, at the beginning of 21. Because I actually met Sharon in 2019, pre-COVID. So anyways, I bought that course. And the course is called Remote Riches. I'm going to link it below. When it first, because it was like, I was one of the very first people who bought it, I got it for a really good discount. Now, it may be a little bit more, but it's going to be anywhere between $250 and $300. I highly recommend it. Now, I've read a ton of books. Kiyosaki, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. He also does the ABC of investing, all kinds of things that he goes about. I've read all those books. So that's a lot about mindset and cash flow and things like that. But this course teaches you almost everything. And what's wild is that when I was doing my research before I was making like my notes, I went back to the course, and I only had done 50% of the course. And some of the stuff that I didn't do was stuff that I wish I had stuck around and done it, because I experienced during my first purchase. But nonetheless, everything worked out. But I'm going to give you like the benefits of buying a course, because it's kind of like having a virtual mentor in your real estate investing. So number one, I'm going to have this, I'm going to tell you, it's going to teach you how to research. I'm not a research guy. I don't know how to research. Like, I mean, I can Google things and I can figure things out. But when it came to this, I really didn't know. In the course, Sean literally will, like, he's screen recording himself as he's showing you what you need to do to research if a investment is good or not. And he even starts backwards. Like, he doesn't even go to the actual property just yet. He does research to see if a certain city is good to invest in. There's a lot of stuff that's like population growth, average income, crime rate, all these things that go into if it's a really good investment. What I did, I live in Los Angeles, and I tested it out with Los Angeles. And after I punched in all the numbers, it's like, Los Angeles is not a good place to invest in. And I kind of already knew that because the rents are so expensive, but the mortgages are just as expensive. So like you would need to like rent your house, like a single family like dwelling for like $8,000 to like cash flow. So benefits of having a course is going to teach you how to research. The second thing that I got from having a course is it's going to teach you what to expect. Now, when you're going into anything new, what you want to know is what you're doing wrong. Even like for example, sports, right? Like if you get a coach, like I'll just talk about golf because I play a lot of golf, and when I got into golf, I took lessons, and the reason why I took lessons is because I wanted to know what I was doing wrong. Because if you're just going out and just keep doing the same thing, you're just going to create bad habits. So when it came to this course, it really shows you like what to expect when you're going into real estate investing. It just breaks down everything, like, so you're not caught like blind. And that's like the big thing that you want to have in your back pocket is you want to know what you're going to expect, how to overcome obstacles, how to deal with them, and all these little things that you just kind of overlook or don't even think about. It's going to be in a course. Now, the number 3 reason why I believe you should get a course is you're going to learn new strategies. So I made a video about getting your money right. Now, for me, having personal debt or having any type of like payment really scares the hell out of me. I've only had one car payment in my life, and when I had it freaked me out. Like I'm like, oh my god, I have to pay my car payment, and I've really never had a car payment ever since. I've always bought my cars cash. So my current car, I bought it in 2011. I paid for it cash. So when you're going into real estate investing, I had money. So I had money to invest in. I had money to invest with. So when it comes to like strategies, you technically don't need money. You don't need your own capital to start a real estate investor. You kind of just need some sweat equity. You got to be like boots on the ground, and you could get money from other people. And courses like this one, like Sean breaks it down. Like there's different ways of becoming a real estate investor without really having any money. Now, there is that part where people are gonna second guess you because they're like, well, you ain't got no money, like you ain't got no skin in the game, like why, like but like he teaches you different ways to like make that person, whoever's giving you money, feel comfortable, right? In real estate investing. So you're gonna want to have a course. Like it makes sense. It teaches you so much, and this is just like 3 kind of like I don't want to say basic, but it's just like 3 things that I see that are important. There's a ton of other stuff, and Sharon and Sean are not very out there. Out there. They're just not. They don't like to hear themselves talk. So they give you real practical advice. They do a lot of like live stuff, and this course for me was 100% worth it. Like it paid itself off big time, like really quickly. Yeah, it took me forever to start my process, but that's a different reason, and that's my fault. I'm not going to blame anyone else but myself. But I mean, the course, as I was talking to my buddy, and I was telling him like what I've been doing, and I told him, he goes, my wireless mics cost more than this course, like, but the course is going to make me more money than my wireless mics. So I'm really excited. So now that I've just admitted to you guys that I have a paper, and I'm just going to have it here because there's just so much information when it comes to real estate investing, I'm going to be able to crank out so much more videos a lot sooner, so that way I can really get into the nitty-gritty and then just start really diving into like everything when it comes to the property that I manage and my own investment property. Can't wait to start giving you some behind the scenes we're starting setting up to paint the outside of the unit. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you like this video, make sure to watch all the other videos, save them, and if you want to, share your story, or you want to, connect, so we can have like this little community and grow together, then just make sure to follow along, so that way you don't lose anything, and we can grow together. I'm so excited.